What if the answers to humanity's greatest questions, where we come from, why we're here, and what our future holds have been hiding in plain sight all along? What if ancient scriptures and myths hold forbidden knowledge that was never meant to be uncovered? One of the most studied and revered texts in human history is the Bible, which might hide a terrifying secret. Could the mysterious Anunnaki, ancient beings described in Sumerian myths, be the missing link to understanding humanity's origins? Are they the Nephilim mentioned in the Bible? Or are they something far darker? This is a tale that blurs the lines between myth and reality, faith and science, and makes us face questions that rock the very foundations of our beliefs. Let's dig into the chilling and mysterious connections between the Bible and the forbidden knowledge of the Anunnaki. The history of the Anunnaki traces back to the first known people on Earth, the ancient Sumerians, who existed around 4,500 BCE in Mesopotamia. According to their mythological writings, the Anunnaki were mighty gods that came down from heaven to direct the course of human history. In their version of creation, the Anunnaki were the planners of humans as a workforce for mining Earth's rich as gold. The Anunnaki were said to have originated from Nibiru, a planet that has an elongated orbit according to some theorists, and which has been matched with the modern astronomical observation of the unexplained celestial phenomenon. Ancient Sumerian texts, such as the Enuma Elish, describe these beings as creators and rulers who exerted their influence over mankind through advanced knowledge and technology. That's when things become even more interesting and creepy. According to the Bible, and more specifically the book of Genesis, there were such mysterious beings as the Nephilim. In Genesis 6:4, they are described as the sons of God and the daughters of men, who lived during the age of great wickedness upon earth. Could the Nephilim and the Anunnaki be one and the same? A very simple meaning of sons of God was that it means angels or divine beings. But could these have not been in the literal sense? Were they instead alien beings that had more than enough scientific knowledge and technological advantages that presented themselves to primitive man as divine? Think about this. The Nephilim were said to be giants and men of old. The Anunnaki are also typically represented as gigantic figures in Sumerian carvings, making them larger than all the humans surrounding them. Both are represented as beings of enormous power, who fashioned early human civilizations. The Bible repeatedly warns against seeking forbidden knowledge. In Genesis, the story of Adam and Eve centers around humanity's first act of disobedience, eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This act led to humanity's fall, introducing suffering and death into the world. Can it also represent human society's relationship with the Anunnaki? According to myths from Sumer, it was the Anunnaki who taught early man agricultural methods, metallurgy, and astronomy, giving birth to civilization. Still, this knowledge cost man everything. In many such narratives, the Anunnaki is depicted as being the unforgiving masters who demanded total subservience from these very beings, along with sacrificial offerings. The Book of Enoch in the Bible provides even more chilling details. Enoch describes a group of fallen angels, called the Watchers, who descended to earth and shared forbidden knowledge with humanity. They taught humans how to forge weapons, practice sorcery, and manipulate nature. These actions angered God, leading to the Watchers' punishment and the Great Flood, a story echoed in Sumerian myths with the tale of Utnapishtim. The Bible and Sumerian texts have accounts of a catastrophic flood meant to purify the earth of evil. In the Bible, it is the story of Noah's Ark, while in Sumerian mythology, it's the story of Utnapishtim, who was warned by the god Enki to build a boat and save humanity. But what caused this corruption? Genesis 6 suggests that it was the intermingling of the sons of God and humans, the very beings who shared forbidden knowledge. Similarly, Sumerian texts imply that the Anunnaki's influence on humanity led to societal decay, necessitating a divine reset. Was the Great Flood a divine act to erase the footprint of the Anunnaki and their influence on humanity? And if so, why does this story persist across cultures worldwide? The Bible is full of cryptic passages that suggest advanced knowledge and technology that is far beyond the ability of ancient humans to comprehend. Ezekiel's vision of a wheel within a wheel, as recorded in Ezekiel 1, has been interpreted by some as a description of an advanced flying craft. The Tower of Babel is another biblical story, which tells of how the people tried to reach the heavens by building a huge tower. God intervenes and scatters the people, confounding their languages so that they cannot complete this task. Was the Tower of Babel an attempt to reach knowledge left behind by the Anunnaki? Even the Ark of the Covenant, where the Ten Commandments were kept, contains detailed instructions that some theorists believe point to advanced technology. Could these clues be remnants of forbidden knowledge, knowledge that was deliberately concealed to prevent humanity from reaching its full potential? One of the most intriguing aspects of the Anunnaki myth is their obsession with gold. Sumerian texts suggest that the Anunnaki came to Earth to mine gold, which they needed to sustain their civilization on Nibiru. Humans were created as a labor force to carry out this task, making gold central to our purpose. Interestingly, gold has been adored since time immemorial, not just for its beauty but also for its unique properties. Even now, gold has a lot of applications in technology and space exploration. Does this love for gold trace back to our creators? As much as gold is mentioned within the Bible, it mainly symbolizes divinity or purity. The tabernacle in Solomon's temple were covered with gold for it to be a powerful symbolism of its sacredness. Is this another echo of the Anunnaki influence on human culture? If the Anunnaki existed, why isn't this story widely known? It could be that this knowledge has been suppressed. The Book of Enoch and other ancient texts were left out of the biblical canon because they contained information that contradicted the accepted divine creation story. Over time, myths of the Anunnaki were dismissed as just mere legends, while the stories in the Bible were looked at through a strictly theological lens. What if these myths and scriptures are two sides of the same coin, two different perspectives on the same events? Modern researchers and theorists, such as Zecharia Sitchin, have rekindled interest in the Anunnaki by translating Sumerian texts and relating them to biblical accounts. Although their work is controversial, it raises important questions about the origins of humanity and the true nature of our creators. If the Anunnaki are real and their story is tied into the Bible, then what does this say for humanity? Are we simply the product of some cosmic experiment? And if so, what is our purpose in the end? The Bible teaches that man is made in the image of God, with a divine purpose and destiny. But the Anunnaki narrative suggests a more utilitarian origin, one rooted in servitude and exploitation. Reconciling these two perspectives requires us to rethink everything we know about faith, science, and our place in the universe. Many old prophecies speak of the return of gods or celestial beings. Could this refer to the Anunnaki? If they were responsible for shaping humanity in the past, what would their return mean for our future? Some theorists believe that the signs of their return are already visible. Advances in technology, unexplained phenomena, and the growing fascination with space exploration may be humanity's subconscious preparation for a cosmic reunion. The Bible warns of such a time when humanity will face extreme trials and deceptions. Is this prophecy possibly to do with the return of the Anunnaki? And if so, is the world ready to know the truth about its own origin and destiny? The Book of Enoch in the Bible has really disturbing similarities with the story of the Anunnaki. The Watchers are fallen angels who came down to Earth to mingle with the humans. They shared knowledge, including agriculture, weapon-making, and cosmetics, among others. But all this knowledge was a Pandora's box because it triggered corruption, war, and suffering. It seems the most prominent feature here is the punishment of these Watchers. Enoch described them as being cast into an abyss, forever bound. This act also speaks of suppression of forbidden knowledge, mirroring the attempts that societies have had in erasing uncomfortable truths. Are the Anunnaki of Sumerian myths perhaps the same as the fallen Watchers. The Nephilim in turn produced these, and humans were giants, great warriors and corrupt rulers. The flood that God designed to clean the earth finds parallels within the myths of other nations, such as Utnapishtim and the story from Sumeria. Divine beings wanted a fresh start on humanity. Unexplained ancient sites such as the pyramids of Egypt, Göbekli Tepe, and Stonehenge may also be connected to this forbidden knowledge. The accuracy of these structures indicates technology or guidance far beyond what early humans could accomplish on their own. Could these sites be the remnants of Anunnaki influence? The Bible's cryptic references to the advanced wisdom, along with the engineering marvels of ancient civilizations, point towards a hidden history, a history erased, but not entirely forgotten. This further makes a connection between the Anunnaki, the Bible, and the forgotten history of humanity, which shall provide more speculations and links in your script. The story of the Anunnaki is something that forces us to confront the uncomfortable truths about humanity's past, present, and future. Whether they were gods, extraterrestrials, or something else entirely, their legacy lives on in our myths, religions, and cultures. The Bible, far from being just a religious text, may be a repository of ancient knowledge that was deliberately hidden to protect humanity from its own ambition. But as we uncover these truths, we must ask ourselves, are we ready to handle the forbidden knowledge of the Anunnaki? Well, that's the truth, hidden in plain view. And finding it out might just cost you, so what do you believe? Are the Anunnaki a myth? Are they real? Or maybe something in between? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.